Hey Hoopers, it's Deanne Love here, and today I'm going to take you through what I understand to be paddles. I've had a lot of requests for this paddling move, so I'm going to show you some ways that you can bring this into your practice. But first we're going to build up to it. So even if you're not chest or shoulder hooping, you may still be able to do this, and it's a really cool, fun move, and it's actually an amazing hoop meditation. Now before we start this, we're going to do a pinky promise, okay? So like get your pinky out, and you're going to promise me this, that you're not going to give up as soon as you start, because this can take a while. So you ready? Pinky promise. I promise that I will not just try this 3 times and then give up and think that I can't do it. I promise that I will keep going even if I'm kind of hurting and bruising. Or maybe don't do that. Like if you're getting bruised, then you should totally stop. And you might get bruises if this is a new practice for you. And I promise that I will practice like a superstar. Check this t-shirt out. Like I wore this tank top especially for this one. So every time you start to do this paddle and break stuff and you're like, oh man, I'm never going to get this, then come back to this. Yeah. Like you've got to practice. You've got to act like a superstar. So just don't give up, breathe through it, move through it, and have some fun. Pinky promise. Now, just like any move or practice that we're learning, we need to give ourselves time to warm up. So today I am using a 90 centimeter polypro hoop, but you can also use a dance hoop or even a fitness hoop. Be mindful that the heavier the hoop, the more energy or strength you're going to need to balance it, and also potentially the more bruising you will get. I do remember when I first learned these moves that I did get little bruises or little marks on the outside of my arms, and some people I've noticed get little marks on their chest. So it's up to you to decide how heavy you would like your hoop and also how much practice and energy you're really going to give this. Small practices can also lead up to success rather than just like belting out an hour during the day and potentially giving yourself bruises. So just do a little bit. Just don't give up. Remember the pinky promise. So to warm up, we're just going to do this break and reverse. So it's going from hand to hand. Our arms are inside the hoop. So it's like we're shoulder hooping, but we're breaking side to side. And the hoop is not doing a full rotation. We're just touching or breaking one part of the hoop. And if you're not quite familiar with this move, then you can check out some of my other videos, but we're going to go through it now. This is an essential warm-up. So you will feel the hoop touch your hand, 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 hand. And notice that my palms are facing my chest. My fingers are up. So I'm not like grabbing the hoop and letting the hoop drop. You don't have time for that. This is like a batting back and forwards. I'm softening through my knees and I'm keeping my shoulders nice and flat. So I'm not trying to push into my hoop at all. So if you need to close your eyes, you'll feel that the hoop touches your chest in the center or maybe over the top of your chest there, like however your chest is structured, and your hands. So we're going just for a little meditation or just a little practice right now. So come with me. We're going hand, 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 hand. When I practice this with my husband in the park or anywhere really in the studio, we use Japanese words. So the Japanese word for hand is te. It's like T-E. And so you're so used to saying te, 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 te. And it just kind of sounds like a beat. Are you still warming up with me? So hand, 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 hand. All right, you ready to move on? So notice that I said the hoop does not do a full rotation. The hoop is just hanging out at the back. There's no like spinning around or anything like that. But this is where we're going to head so that we can paddle. So what I want you to do is stay really open. We're not going to freak out, but we are going to do 2 spins. So in both directions. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, but I don't know how to chest or shoulder hoop in the opposite direction. It doesn't matter. This is the practice, remember? We're going to practice like a superstar. So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect with the chest. So I want you to feel that the hoop rolls over the chest 2 times in each direction. So you ready? 1, 2, stop. Balance the hoop back up. 1, 2, stop. Level the hoop out. 1, 2, stop. So you're going to feel 1, 2 on your chest. Doesn't matter if the hoop falls out your recognizing this new pattern in your body. If this is super new to you, then you're going to need to give yourself a little bit of extra time. So 1, 2, stop. Hoop is nice and flat. Again, opposite direction, 2, stop. Now, after you feel comfortable with that, and you can totally pause the video now and go off for a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, a few months, whatever works for you, then you're going to bring in the breaks. So we're going 1, 2, break, 1, 2, break. And notice that the timing will feel extraordinarily different because we're going from hand, 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 hand. Now we're going chest, chest, hand, chest, chest, hand, chest, chest, hand, chest, chest, hand. So come with me. Hand, hand, left, right, left, right, left, right. Now we're going to go for 2 spins. And I like to turn my body in the direction that the hoop is going. And I find that if I do that symmetrically, like I actually look from side to side, then I can kind of be in tune with the hoop a little bit more. In the beginning, I learned it just standing still, and I found that I could understand the rhythm, but then I wanted some extra movement, like I didn't want to just be like a rock. So to get that extra movement, I'm not going up and down because then I'm going to lose my hoop. I'm going with the flow of the hoop, and I'm not trying to like chest hoop a lot. I'm simply moving with the rhythm. So we're going hand, hand, hand. When you feel ready, chest, chest, hand, chest, chest, hand, chest, chest, hand, chest, chest, hand, chest, chest, hand. Find your rhythm, find your vocabulary, find your song, hear your beat, side to side, side to side. So now, when you have the paddle inside, you're not going to feel the hoop touch your chest. In fact, the hoop is going to touch either the arm, the hand, or the edge of the hand. So what's going to happen is, remember how we had 1, 2, bounce, bounce in one direction, bounce, bounce, touch, touch in the opposite direction. Now you're going to have a hand inside. So it's going to go hand, hand. So when the hoop is going to the left, it's going to be left hand, break. When the hoop is going to the right, it's going to be right hand, right hand, break. Break, paddle, paddle, break, paddle, paddle, break, paddle, paddle, break, paddle, paddle. So notice that the rhythm has changed quite a lot. We've been building up to, first of all, it was hand, hand, feeling one push on the chest, hand, 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 hand. Then we went chest, chest, hand, chest, chest, hand, chest, chest, hand, chest, chest, hand. Finding that rhythm for yourself. And then when we put the paddles in, we're going paddle, paddle, break, paddle, paddle, break, paddle, paddle, break. So now it is time for you to go and find your hoop space, find a beautiful rhythm that might be the sound of the park, the outdoors, the trees. It might be like your favorite cool song that really fits with this paddling rhythm, and have a little practice with this to find this sensation in your body. It is new, it is a new beat, and it might feel a little challenging in the beginning, but you're going to be rocking it out like a superstar. Isn't it cool to try new things inside your hoop and new sensations and feel like you're way more hoop intelligent? If you liked this video because you're learning tons, then please give it a thumbs up so that I know that you loved it and you would like to see more just like this.